I'm Ashlen with MMO Play, and I'm here to bring you all the latest updates on MMO news. Today we'll be talking about War Thunder's new live streaming feature, Rift Saves Silverwood and Free March event, and the reveal of MMO Rebirth. This week also must be update week or something because a lot of games released or at least announced their updates, like Dragonica's Part 1 of the Cassiopeia expansion, Sanctum II's new downloadable content, Road to Elysian, Smite's Conquest patch, and TERA's Pirate Invasion. Players of War Thunder can now live stream their matches to their Twitch TV channels. War Thunder is a free-to-play World War II, aviation-based MMO where players get to pilot and upgrade their very own planes. And get this, missions and quests are designed after actual World War II historic events and facts, and battles take place on all sorts of war fronts. Like when playing on the Western Front, players take part in the Battle of Britain, Berlin, Norway, and so on. Other maps include Korea, Pacific, Mediterranean, and more. The game can be played on co-op or single mode depending on what kind of pace you prefer, and also supports massive PvP events for beginners and veteran players alike. And now players can actually stream the matches. Players were able to broadcast the matches prior to the live stream feature, but with little success and difficulty setting it up. Developers heard their fans cry and came out with an easy functioning streaming feature. The feature was rolled out right after the 1.31 update, which enabled Twitch and Facebook social functions. Streamers will be able to customize the quality of their stream all the way up to full HD. To try out the game, check out their site at warthunder.com. Rift players must band together and defend Silverwood and Free March from a deadly siege. Rift is a fantasy-based MMORPG that just recently went free to play. Although the players can still subscribe to the game for special in-game perks such as an increase in currency gain and mount speed. The subscription is called a patron subscription and can be purchased at 1, 3, 6, and 12-month increments. The siege started June 26 and will last until July 2nd, targeting players level 7 to 19 and rewarding them with special hats, capes, and bonus planar currency. Higher level players are encouraged to mentor or re-roll new characters to participate in the siege defense. There's also been powerful combat items added to the cash shop to help destroy the invaders, such as the Hand Initiate equipment bundles, which is basically starter gear with a slightly better edge against the enemies. Other featured items are the Patron Pass, which activates the perks of a patron membership without the subscription, Deep Supply Crate, which gives out random loot, some which can be pretty awesome, and the Experience File, which cuts down the leveling grind and boosts your XP gain. For a list of the event rewards, check out the site at riftgame.com. Earlier this week, Webzen revealed its latest game, MMO Rebirth, along with its closed beta trailer. MMO Rebirth is technically a tweaked version of its predecessor, MMO Online. Some of the core appeals to the new game are faster leveling, free items, more focus on PvP, and a rebirth option, where players can convert their level 400 characters back to level 1. But they will carry over their previous stats, allowing their character to power up even more by accumulating even more points while repeating the leveling process. 400 is a huge number, especially with the leveling grind most MMOs face. But developers say with the new supersonic leveling pace in MMO Rebirth, players will be able to reach the 400 level cap in as little as 1 to 2 hours. While leveling, players will be able to earn item shop currency, which they can use to redeem weapons and armor from the premium shop. For MMO Online, PvP was already pretty big, so with MMO Rebirth, it's going to be even bigger, with plans of massive global PvP tournaments with cash prizes. More details about the tournament will be announced next week on July 3rd. The game is set to officially go into closed beta on July 4th, the day after the tournament unveiling. Smite released a teaser video earlier this week, which covers all the changes in the upcoming Conquest patch. The Conquest map will be undergoing a significant layout change. The jungle lanes will be much wider, allowing for easier navigation and camera movement. There will also be 2 new XP Fury camps added, and the Fire Giant and Gold Fury layers will be much more open to encourage more team fight scenarios. The Fog of War will be added to the jungle, which will limit your visibility of players at a distance from you, which will be indicated by a dark area in the distance. There will also be sound insulation added to the jungle camps, limiting the sounds up to 50 feet. All of this will help increase your stealth while farming in the jungle, but keep in mind, they're also nerfing the leashing distance of the jungle camps. There will also be 2 new skins released, Aphrodite and Loki Golden. Agni and Shibalanke also receive a little love with the new voice packs for each character. There will also be a lot of new items in this patch, including teleport consumables, which allow you to teleport to any ward while being unable to move, but any damage will interrupt the effect. This is pretty much the same as the teleport spell in League of Legends, except it's a consumable and you can only carry one at a time. For all the information on the Conquest patch, feel free to check out their site at highresstudios.com/smitegame under the patch notes section. This Monday, a giant meteor hit the Port of Winds with a cosmic update for Dragonica. Draconica's massive Cassiopeia expansion has been split into 2 parts, with Part 1 launching earlier this week. Dragonica is a free-to-play, side-scrolling MMORPG created in a cute manga anime style. In Part 1 of the expansion, players will have access to 5 of the new cosmic dungeons, but you won't have access to all 5 of them right away. Basically, developers decided to tease the players by opening 1 for each day of the week. Oh, Webzen, you tease. Players are encouraged to log on daily to run the dungeons because they will drop entry tickets for the remaining dungeons on the Part 2 release, which is supposed to roll out later this summer. Players of all levels can enter the new dungeons, but will be restricted from pursuing more difficult modes until they hit certain levels. Developers say that some of the new dungeons represent some of the largest the MMO has ever seen, and will provide quite a challenge with the new powerful bosses in each dungeon. Those who are able to complete it, though, will be rewarded with special items. While we all love new content, what we love even more is a balanced game, which is exactly what Webzen is working on with the new expansion. This update will include drastic changes to improve the balance between aim and invasion rates. Other attributes like block rate, and crit damage will also face balancing adjustments to improve everyone's experience. Developers said they won't stop there though, and are prepared for a great deal of feedback from the players so that they can start fine-tuning as soon as possible if necessary. You can find a detailed announcement about all of the expansion at endraconica.gpotato.eu. Sanctum II released its first ever downloadable content, Road to Elysian, on Steam earlier this week. Sanctum II is a tower defense FPS developed by Coffee Stain Studios. Just like the original Sanctum, players will take on the role of a heroic defender of Loke 3 to ward off alien invaders. Players must construct a maze of towers and walls to protect the power cores that produce the planet's oxygen. Once defenses are constructed, the aliens swarm in and the game switches to an FPS mode. The new DLC is centered around the new playable character, Saigon, a rogue insurgent who is said to recall the origins of the conflict of Loke 3. The pack will also include 4 new maps that will require fresh tactics and strategies. There will also be 2 new advanced weapons, the Saigon Ballista and the rapid-firing Gatling Laser. Players will also be pleased at the 6 new character perks which will help wipe out the enemies that arrived with the pack. Developers said that the Road to Elysian DLC pack will be the first of 4 DLC updates coming in the near future. Road to Elysian can be purchased on Steam for $3.99, and for those bundlers out there, you can purchase a Sanctum II Season Pass, which unlocks Road to Elysian and the other 3 feature expansions for only $11.99. Ahoy mateys! Are you ready to pillage and plunder the world of TERA? If the pirate life is just for you, then check out the Corsair Stronghold. This new battleground allows characters level 30 and above to duke it out in a massive 20 vs 20 siege battle. What is a Corsair and what does it have to do with pirates? A Corsair is most commonly used to refer to any pirate of any time or place, but was originally used to refer to the Barbary Coast pirates of the 16th century. And now that we know, we can get back to the other half of the battle, gameplay. Matches in Corsair Stronghold consist of 2 rounds, where each team takes a turn attacking and defending the anchor stone in the heart of the stronghold. There are 3 different ways to get inside the castle walls. You can jump out of an airship, blast down the gate with a siege tank, or scale a ladder. Whatever you do, make sure to choose wisely because this game is about tactics and player ability, not your gear. Once you enter the stronghold, skills, weapons, armor, and jewelry are all standardized. And the skills of players under level 60 will scale to the level 60 versions. And you can't have an all-out Corsair battle without the matching attire. From eye patches to peg legs, the Vulcan outfitters have got you covered. Or well, at least most of you if you're not a chthonic female. Alright guys, that's it for this week's MMO update. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe for all the latest information. Again, I'm Ashlen and I will see you next week. But until then, keep on gaming.